the change of a personnel from Mamelodi Sundowns, it was good to see the youngsters starting the game. Even though this match, in the first half, there was no much combination that was accurate from Mamelodi Sundowns players. They dominated the passes, but the passes were not accurate. They were not succeeding with their passes. I blame the ground. But every time when the ground is like that, it is a disadvantage from both teams. That does not affect only one team. Both teams were affected. So now, when you are facing an opponent in that kind of a ground, a small ground, and and the ball was a little bit bumping, it seems like they were struggling both sides to play a beautiful game in that ground. But as players, you need to bring the solution. You need to fix and come up with the favorable results, because you are the players that needs to respond to anything and everything that the ground or the game will be bringing. It is good to see Shalulile scoring, the support from everyone, the technical team, the players supporting Shalulile. It seems like they are all missing and scoring Shalulile, because he once had a good target, an eye for a goal, and he was contributing well in the Mamelodi Sundowns team. They were winning games. Shalulile was scoring, and he was dominating the seasons, dominating all the teams in terms of scores. And the number of scoring goals from Shalulile was so amazing in the past season. We are now, as Mamelodi Sundowns supporters, experiencing the Shalulile who has the lack of chances to play and who is not scoring. Every time when a player like that get a chance to score, get a chance to be in the ground and for the entire 90 minutes, everyone show the support that indicates Shalulile that needs to score more. And I so wish that in the next coming games, Shalulile will again contribute in the scoreboard. Magesi in the first half, they had chances. They didn't have much chances, but they had chances in the set pieces. And it raises the questions again that will Mamelodi Sundowns struggle to defend the set pieces? Because that is their weakest link, the set pieces. How they position themselves and how they defend the set pieces. They had a quality fullbacks, quality centrals, but they are struggling to defend set pieces. In the past season, they were struggling to do that. And the teams that were benefiting from Mamelodi Sundowns mostly, they scored in the past in the set pieces that they lack to defend. And the Champions League, they usually being taken out because they can't defend the set piece. So Cardoso must bring the culture now, the defending way, to not being exposed when there is a set piece. Because if Magesi scored those chances, I think maybe the results now will be favoring Magesi or Sundowns draw that match. Because in the first half, there was no shot at goal, no shot on target from Mamelodi Sundowns. They were just dominant because they are all confident on the ball. They know what to do with the ball. They know how to pass each other. But their combination there was not that jamming, interesting, because the new personnel in the ground was not used to play with each other and being tested. Good to see Grant, good to see Kekane in that midfield. And you saw the confidence from him, the movements from him, the scanning. It's good to see that in a young player. Mabena starting the game, linking with Litlaku. It's good to see that. And good to see Maseko getting back again. And he started to change the rhythm of the game. It's good to see him because he needs to improve his game. He needs to create more chances to score. He needs to enter the box and be a threat in that box. Because you are the player that is promising whenever you have the ball. So make sure that you don't lose the ball. You pass well, you create chances, you score goals. Then you will get a chance to compete with other players. Because we listened and heard what Cardoso said about Maseko. The reason why he's lacking the chance to be in the first 11, to always be in the stand. So he needs to improve, but it was good to see him with that kind of a performance. It was promising. But that kind of a squad, the twist and change there, it is not the squad that can face Orlando Pirates in an empty-8 competition. But all the players needs to contribute. They need to play. They need to be used to play with one another, because that is what they are doing in the training. So they need to come to the ground and show everyone what they used to do in the training. Because I can't talk much with all of them because their passes were not that accurate. Well done to Lunga for getting a man of the match. Yes, at least that side was good and with the good promising balls in that side. But I think Magesi had a higher chance to win the first half. Abrahams, Vedala, Sibanyoni, they were starting to show the good combination, being a threat, keep coming to Mamelodi Sundowns defense, but there was no goal. And I was like, Mamelodi Sundowns will draw this match. But it was good to see them starting to change now in the second half with the introduction of Maseko, Matthews, Allende. That is what we want to see in all the players. If you didn't start the game, you had the whole chance to see and watch the game properly. And you need to change what is being done incorrectly in the field and bring the new dimension that will benefit the team. The side of Basadine and Matthews starting to be dangerous in that side. Matthews played well in those little minutes. And good to see Tapelo coming in again. having some league minutes. But this game was not that wow because of the ground, because of the combination from Mamelodi Sundowns, and because Magesi didn't score. Because I think if Magesi scored in the first half, it was going to be more interesting because Sundowns will start now to dig deep and start to fix their accuracy in terms of how they do their passes. But congratulations to Shalulile and well done to Adams to score his first goal in this season. Because remember, Adams scored last season as well. He showed us that he's the midfielder that can play in the middle, contribute well there, but he also enter the box. And he's also a scoring machine. That is good. Otherwise, congratulations to Mamelodi Sundowns for having their 3 points again. But it was not convincing. How they started the game, it was not how they ended the game. But it's good for a big team to do like that. Change, make changes, contribute in the game with the positivity. Because you are the quality compared to the players of Magesi. But the set pieces, it brings huge questions. Will they struggle again in this season to defend the set pieces?